Hello, welcome to Invictus Motors. I've got this Range Rover Vogue SE right behind me. This is the 2015 plate. It's got the 4.4 litre engine. But before I can actually get into the specky, nitty-gritty details on why perhaps you should consider buying a Range Rover Vogue and why I absolutely love them, especially both in terms of a commuting car, a family car, something comfortable. I mean, I'm somebody that does a lot of mileage up and down the country where I've got a pick cars, drop cars, all sorts of things. So to live without one of these, I don't think it's really possible, because the comfort level given to me and afforded to me in a Range Rover, nothing else comes anywhere close to it. And the Vogue, really, in my opinion, obviously you can then go the autobiography or the SV or the SVR. Really, the Vogue does the job as well it's meant to do. And something else that I want to quickly answer and discuss is the V8 4.4 litre engine. That V8 4.4 litre engine, I think, personally, from my experience, is a lot more, I think, this might seem a little bit controversial out there, reliable than the V6. Please mind the planes from Stansted to the airport near us. It's a lot more reliable than the V6 engine that you find in the smaller 3 litre Range Rovers, purely because I personally think that the 3 litre V6 doesn't really have the power and the torque to be able to carry this big large body. And I've also found, again, from my personal experience, and I would love to actually hear you experiences out there, the V8 affords me on average anywhere combined sort of just village or city traffic with a bit of motorway, I get a combined MPG of anywhere between 36 to 38 miles per gallon. Believe it or not, on this, I've had 42 miles per gallon on a 21-mile trip with a lot of wind behind my back, as you can imagine. It's really hard to get that kind of things, but on that one clear motorway run, I have had 42 miles per gallon. So this is one example that is for sale. It's a one owner from new. I'll quickly talk about this vehicle, show you around the outside, the inside, and what you kind of get with this vehicle, with this car. It's done at roughly 67 to 68,000 miles, one owner from new, full Land Rover service history. The last service, we carried out a big major service on it ourselves here at our workshop. Finished in this gorgeous chorus grey metallic color, complemented with this black from sort of above this point onwards, including having this big, massive fixed panoramic roof. One thing that I absolutely love about it is this big tire profile. These are 21-inch wheels, and the big tire profile just gives you the added bit of comfort. Let me just let you onto the inside and just talk you through why I actually, of quite a few of the Range Rovers that we have, why I absolutely love the interior on this one. Finished in this really light interior, complemented with the dark dash, dark steering wheel. The steering wheel is heated, front heated and cooling seats and rear heated seats. You've got the digital TV receiver, Bluetooth connectivity, and a rear view camera. And obviously keyless entry and exit, just press a button by the door and it locks it up. Adaptive cruise control, and you've got the multiple point adjustment of the seats, and you've got the Maraschino interior, the premium ambient lighting system. This isn't just your standard Vogue SE. The spec on this is what you would normally find in the autobiography or in the SV. And you've got the fixed pan roof as well. And underneath here, you've got your USB point, aux point, and you've also got the fridge, which has got a chocolate bar right there. I mean, if you've got kids, it's absolutely vital to have one with a glass roof, purely because it's something that they can just look upstairs at the clouds and just enjoy sort of the journey and just sort of daydream out there. And rear heated seats as well. I think they're also cooling, judging by the buttons. You've got the plus and the minus right there, and you've got the climate control system also for the back as well. And these seats are something I'm a massive fan of. Actually, I prefer them much more than the newer Range Rovers, because the newer Range Rovers don't use as much padding. The version after this don't use as much padding as this age. Now, to the back of the vehicle, something I forgot to mention is that it's got the Meridian sound system. The back of the vehicle, you've got a big, massive boot space, styling-wise, finished quite neatly. Rear view camera, rear parking sensors. There's quite a few things in the back that belong to me because I'm just moving some stuff from A to B. So you can see how much I'm able to get onto the inside of this. Yeah, don't want to be looking at my personal belongings. Let's close it. But yeah, incredible styling for a drive. And if you put it in reverse, you've got this big, beautiful camera that's covered by the full screen. And the digital TV receiver that I was talking to you about earlier, this screen essentially splits in two. The parking sensors, both the front and rear, work incredibly well. This road that we're on is a great test to see how the suspension is like on a car like this. If there's any knocks or bangs, trust me, you will know on this off-road road that we have leading up to our barn. I mean, I've driven a little bit in this. Everything works exactly as it should. The heating works, the cooling works incredibly well, and the heated seats, the cooling seats, they work exactly as they should. The whole of the vehicle is really, tight. There's no sort of noises coming in from the outside. There's no just annoying sounds that you would normally get from like a certain panel or from a certain thing anywhere in the vehicle. So overall, drive-wise, I've always been incredibly impressed with the way these drive, as I've praised it right at the beginning of the video. I mean, something like this, as long as it's maintained and it's looked after, this can do mobile phone numbers, and you could do any sort of numbers on a car like this, as long as you maintain, as long as you look after it. Now, in terms of the argument between the V8 and the V6, the 4.4 litre engine, bhp-wise, produces 334 bhp, very torquey at 740 newton meters of torque, and the top speed is 135 miles per hour. The 0 to 62 miles per hour is not as fast as many people would expect, and they would say, yeah, they would want it faster. It being a V8, it is a mere 6.9 seconds. Although this car has never been about how quick it can do 0 to 62 miles per hour. So you could do a stage 1 remap, get those figures down, because the potential, considering these are turbocharged V8s, the potential is unlimited, as you know from the torque. This has never had a tow bar or anything like this attached to it, and normally that's not really good, because the air suspension, especially the rear air suspension, can be damaged by that. So it's never had a factory fitted tow bar or an aftermarket tow bar ever fitted to it. If you're on the other end of the world, I mean Ireland, joking, but we do get people inquiring from Ireland asking what the condition of a car like this is like. I've shown you everything that I needed to in the video. There's nothing that I've missed. And if you're looking for something in absolutely spot on condition, something that's not going to be giving you a heartache, it would be difficult to find something better than this, especially if you want your logbook showing 1, which is 1 owner from new. Sometimes a 1 owner from new can be in miserable condition, very badly looked after. This, I can assure you, is not the case at all with this, purely because I've driven this personally myself. I'm driving it now. The dashboard is absolutely clear, no warnings whatsoever on the dashboard. My friends, I feel like I've covered everything that I needed to cover in this video. I hope I've answered amicably all of your questions in relation to buying a vehicle. I'm very curious to hear your thoughts about the differences between the V6 and the V8, so do kindly share them with us. And thank you for watching this video so far to the point of the test drive. The next bit now, finally, will be showing the paperwork. Service history on this, and what a clean service record it has. First registered obviously in 2015, so in March 2015, It's gone in for its pre-delivery inspection at 9 miles. Then serviced in 2016, 9,000 miles. 2017 at 17,000 miles. Then in 2018, 23,000 miles. 2019, 32,000 miles. 2020, 40,000 miles. 2021, 50,000 miles. 2022, 56,000 miles. And in June 2023 at 61,000 miles. And subsequent to that, we have then serviced it in June 2024 at 67,000 miles. So not a lot of miles there between it's June 2023 and June 2024 service. And we've done a full major service: fuel filter, pollen filter, air filter, the oil filter, the engine oil replaced. And it's also had some of the big components, like having a battery test done, that's at 100%, a crank test, and so an alternator, and the starter motor being tested. And this is the life of the batteries, sorry, not batteries, the tires. So 8 mil on the offside front, near side front 8 mil, absolutely brand new. The offside rear is 5 mil, and the near side rear is 7 mil. And the discs all have a life remaining of approximately 80%, both for the the brake pads 80%, disc 80% both discs and pads, and the rear are 90%, as you could see there. So it's been maintained to absolutely the highest point. And just to kind of show you one other thing, which is current issue of the V5, was 28 March 2015, 0 former keepers, and also written here saying 0 former keepers, and that owner was from Guildford. So it's been well looked after. Just talking about a bit of the imperfections in this, because this is for sale. The video is for the purpose of sales, to actually show around the vehicle. So some little tiny imperfection right here by the boot, where I think we've opened it and it's probably caught something above, maybe the previous owner did. A little imperfection right here as well, right there as well, as you can see, where it's been reversed and hit something. But again, nothing severe. This is a one owner lady car. The alloys have been recently refurbed, so they are in excellent condition overall. There's no damage there. And the usual car park dings, when somebody opens a door into your car, that is there as well. And then you come all the way to the front of the vehicle, you've got a little bit of a paint peel right there, nothing major, and this is probably the biggest thing there at the front. It's priced about £4,000 or £5,000 below retail, and if you're wanting something with that rare one owner from new, which is really hard to find, one with full service history, one that doesn't need a single thing, there's literally no knocking or banging from the suspension, you could drive this around other than servicing it every year, cost free from any other maintenance, because it's just been used really, really well. The cosmetic things there to be expected. That's just life. It's unavoidable. Even if you're careful, someone else isn't careful. That isn't a reflection on the vehicle. A slight tiny little surface scratch really at the top layer of the paint. Maybe that could be polished out. And that's basically another slight one right there. That's basically everything that I would want to show you around this Range Rover Vogue. So I hope I've shown you around the car well enough, just to give you a bit of an overview and an idea of what this vehicle is like. Let me quickly show you the paperwork, and hopefully, if you're satisfied with what I've shown you in terms of the vehicle and the paperwork, and if you want to buy it, feel free to give us a call. One thing I did forget to mention is if you come onto the inside, is due to Storm Eunice, which was about 2 years ago, I think something fell at the top, nothing major. Again, it's got a crack right there. This crack isn't anything major or leaking or anything like this. It's been there, I think, now for about maybe 2 years or more than 2 years. But it's something that I like to kind of mention, all these imperfections in these videos. This doesn't affect the integrity, the quality, or any way, form or shape, anything about this vehicle. And I think some of us that's got glass cover, if somebody likes, they could potentially replace this under their glass cover. It's not something that the previous owner bothered about, and I don't think it's something we'll bother about in terms of replacing, because you can't even feel anything from the underneath. They're double, potentially triple glazed, built incredibly well. And then it had like a little stone chip somewhere here, which has been addressed. We had somebody come in and they've made that stone chip to be structurally sound, and that won't spread any further because that's been addressed already. And you know, if you're looking for something, again, I'll reiterate, something that's well maintained, and this is something you're interested in, this video hopefully should have allowed you to reach that sort of comfortable decision. Thank you so much for actually watching this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, and I hope we see you in future videos. Thank you. Bye bye.